with Hall of Famers Grant Hill and Doris Burke. This is Brian Anderson. Joining us from the sidelines, Allie LaForce. Here we go. So the Timberwolves will get the first possession. McDaniels up top. Good ball movement here by Minnesota. Edwards. Some solid defense from James. Doris, what's amazing about Ant-Man? He's worked to become an elite floor spacer.
The reason that's important, B.A., is because we know what a dangerous driver and what a force at the rim Anthony Edwards can be. What I love is he's worked to become a legit threat, and he leaned heavily into that three-point game. So important in the modern NBA.
Here's James. The Timberwolves getting their last shot to go. And it's Ware missing. And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
I caught up with Coach Chris Finch. Like everyone, he's impressed with Adebayo's relentless nature. He said, quote, "We have to match his intensity at both ends, trying to keep him off of the glass and trying to keep the ball out of his hands. Coach knows they can do it for stretches, but he wonders if they can do it for a full game." Back to you guys.
And Allie, thanks. So it's Los Angeles now, following the score by Minnesota. The Lakers with another miss.
Clean look from mid-range. Coach will probably want to run that play again.
Here's Edey. Misses the jumper from the wing. On the wing, Bryant. Looking at his stats, he's putting up about 7.5 per game. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2.
Heady play to stop that easy layup right there. I mean, make him earn it at the line.
And after some uncertainty, the Timberwolves moving forward under new governorship, Doris.
Boy, B.A., that sale process was long and obviously at times quite contentious. I believe the organization has to be thrilled that that is finally in the past, because what you want to do is focus on trying to continue the Wolves' recent run of success. There's a lot to be excited about with this young group.
They get it again.
Boy, they're slow to get it going here tonight. Just 1 for 4 to start.
Edey inside. And the dunk by Edey.
Come on, B.A. He sure can rise.
Grant, that's as good as it gets. One of the best in the league. Adebayo sets a screen. Pass to James. Spins. Driving in. Can't convert off the spin.
Oh, an easy look, but he decides to be a crowd pleaser. I'm sure he's upset for attempting that one.
And what's working here, each guy is willing to make the next pass.
Now, here is James. Looking at his numbers, putting up 8 points a game. Adebayo, no good.
This guy's such a talented finisher, but the D does just enough.
Good chance here for Edey. It's rebounded by Los Angeles.
Boy, taking what's there. Very good shot selection, just not the result you hope for.
And it's Ware missing.
Boy, that is tough defense. Exactly how you want to play him.
3 shots, 3 baskets. Great efficiency so far.
They're really working the paint now.
James with the ball. No points so far. To the middle. Here's Adebayo. And he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed.
And bouncing off defenders, Adebayo kept his eyes on the rim.
Edwards can't hit. And here's Adebayo. He'll bring it up for Los Angeles. They trail by 7. Here's Edey. Lays it up and banks it in. Edey's got 8.
The D hasn't been quick enough to react to the ball inside. That's helped cause this run.
Pass to Adebayo. Out to James. Five to shoot. On the wing, Hachimura. The three-pointer off the mark.
That's how you want to see them crash the glass. They've been out-hustled so far. What a way to begin this game. dominating at both ends of the floor.
And give them credit for approaching this game with the right energy and intensity. This team has attacked every chance they've gotten.
Pass to Reddish. Kicks it out to Jackson. That'll count. And after just 1 quarter of play, a double-digit differential on the scoreboard. It's Minnesota. They lead by 11. And quarter... And so far through 1 quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. All right, let's get your take, guys, on the hustle stats for the Timberwolves.
So far, they've had a lot of success off fast break plays, and they'll probably continue to push the tempo as much as possible.
Another big component of their early game tonight has been points off turnovers. Great job converting on those chances.
And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
Thanks, guys. Chris Finch getting buy-in from his players top to bottom. Anthony Edwards said, he's such a great coach and just a likable person. He will coach you hard, and he comes in ready to work every day. We look forward to working with someone like that. Back to you guys.
Has them bought in. Thanks much for the report, Allie. Oh, LeBron hammers it home.
That is why the ticket price is what it is when LeBron is in town. Amazing dunk to finish the play.
Down low. Jones comes with a double team. The three, Smith. And the three-pointer goes. Smith's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Hero outside. Elbow shot. Off the left rim and out.
You have to credit their effort. I mean, they've done an amazing job on the glass.
Grant, since he's come into the league, what's jumped out to you about Hero's development?
Well, I've liked seeing his growth in running the pick and roll. He's not just a jump shooter anymore. He's a guy that can anchor an offensive unit, B.A.
Knocks it loose. And here we go again. The Timberwolves on the break. Shannon's shot is off. Lakers trail by 14. They're searching for a way to score.
Yeah, buckets have been very tough to come by.
And there's contact and a whistle. So he's got 2 shots coming up. Grant, LeBron has had so much recognition over the years. But truly, he might not get enough credit for what he's meant to the NBA.
Yeah, you might be right, B.A. Truly a global ambassador for the game of basketball. He set the standard for what a superstar can be, really, in any sport.
Here's Carter, and the layup falls. Carter's got his first basket of the night.
That's been the story of their offense so far, getting a number of looks from point-blank range.
Outside connect. Ooh, anticipated the pass. It's a turnover. Here's Moody. Oh, a huge slam. An exclamation point on that break.
Adding insult to injury with the dunk off the steal.
Nice to see a good play on D. That led to some fireworks.
Let's see if that serves as a momentum builder. What a great sequence for this group. At some point, do you start to think about getting others involved? It has been a struggle.
Here's Shannon. Gets the 3 to fall. Shannon's got 5 points.
How many transition points are they going to give up? This is insane.
James, outside. Outside Vanderbilt. Can they get it? The rebound by Shannon.
And they're +5 on the boards after that rebound.
Back to Carter. Smith outside. Outside Moody. Pass to Smith. Now Moody. Check by James. Back to Smith. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Carter. And he banks in the layup. Carter's got his second basket.
More points coming from inside. In that respect, they've been the more aggressive team.
Here's Shannon. Finished off the break.
And they're really rolling right now. That lead keeps getting bigger and bigger.
And one of the things that's helped that is they're getting it done on both ends. Terrific focus on offense, and they're locked in defensively.
A clear look for Hero. Hits the front of the rim and out.
It's obvious they're becoming frustrated. Nothing seems to be going their way.
It's just been one of those games, and they need to find a way to turn it around before it gets completely away from them.
Their system is running smoothly, and the gap on the scoreboard is widening.
You do like that the offense is humming along. They're putting in the effort to distance themselves.
He shoots. Carter on the wing. Beyond the arc. The shot that time not on target. Pass to Hero. Back to Connect. To in the cold spell. Gets the 3 ball to go. Connect's got his first 3 points of the game. So as we conclude the first half, a fairly one-sided game. It's Minnesota just dominating this one. We'll see you after halftime for the beginning of the third quarter. Just about ready for the second half here. A big comeback is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. Pass to Hachimura. And players these days with great ball handling, but occasionally getting away with a carry at times.
Oh, you know, B.A., the old discontinued dribble. I mean, this might be where tracking cameras can start to help because that's such a tough call for an official to assess in the moment.
And of all LeBron's championship characteristics, and there are many, his greatest may be his unselfishness.
On target from range. McDaniels got 11 points.
For a guy who's known for his perimeter shooting, that is a great look.
Ooh, McDaniels with a steal. Outside Reddish. Good ball movement here by Minnesota. It's good. 13 points in the game.
Another reason why they're up. Just taking what the defense giving him here.
Hachimura outside. Takes the 3. Sends it home from three-point land.
What a smooth catch-and-shoot opportunity from Rui Hachimura. Pretty.
Edey for 3. The rebound by Ware. It's been a devastating night for them. Nothing has come easy, Grant.
Nothing indeed. Even when they've tried to make adjustments, it just hasn't worked.
Adebayo, no good.
That's a shot he makes with regularity, but that time the defense up to the challenge.
All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
Thanks a lot. LeBron wants his respect. He said the work that goes into still playing at this level has to be respected. They say, would you rather be loved or respected? For me, it's always about respect. People can lie and say they love you, but you can always gauge when someone is not respecting you. Brian, back over to you.
He's earned it. Allie, thank you. And he gets the bucket.
Boy, excellent start to the second half. They've missed just once in 5 attempts.
Bryant, left side. Pass to Hachimura. Yes, sir, and it's Bryant picking up the assist. Hachimura's got 6 here in the quarter.
Boy, you have got to be pleased with the start of this third quarter. 3 for 4 out of the gate. Just keep your rhythm now.
Edwards, that's good.
Boy, that defense must be better. Anthony Edwards getting it done on the interior.
Hachimura outside. Pass to Bryant. His first shot attempt. The putback. It's good on the putback.
Huge putback. This guy plays with so much energy.
I don't know anybody that goes after the boards harder. Here's Edey. The rebound by Ware. And here's Adebayo. He'll bring it up for the Los Angeles Lakers. Pass to Ware. And here's Bryant. No points yet. Clock at 4. Back to Ware. Beats the shot clock, but can't get it to fall. Here's Edey. Tries it from the top of the key. He's got it. 6 of 10 now.
I doubt that's what they were looking for, but it works out.
Outside Adebayo. Back to James. There, the screen. This one for 3. It's rebounded by Minnesota.
Well, he just doesn't have it here tonight, and it's had a ripple effect on this team.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight.
The reputation for Jaden McDaniels is he's a lockdown defender, and that's cross-positionally. Now he needs to continue to develop offensively.
It's McDaniels on the wing. Here's Edey. Sinks it again. That's his 7th made field goal in 11 tries.
They've toned down their three-point attack in the second half, looking to protect the lead with higher percentage shots. You see his active hands knocking that pass out of bounds.
Well, that's what you call a game of inches. They talk about it in football. We see it right there.
And the basket by Hachimura.
Boy, that's a bang-bang play on the inbounds pass. I like those quick hitters.
Pass to Reed. Now Carter. And out of bounds. Los Angeles will have it. Now Hero. Hachimura, right side. Oh, and he just knocked down the buzzer beater.
Makes his selection just in time. Well done.
Well, finishing quarter strong.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that, to this point, has not been an evenly fought contest. Here's Carter. Well, one thing fans always have opinions about is NBA officiating.
Listen, I'm going to let the fans go crazy. What I recognize is officiating is one of the toughest jobs in the world. This game moves so quickly. They are making decisions in real time at sometimes very difficult angles. I am here to support the officials all the way.
And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for the Timberwolves.
I mean, they've played some beautiful basketball all game. The passing has been impressive, and it's opened up things with their ball movement.
And you also have to love the way they've gotten out and run in transition. A ton of good chances tonight simply from being willing to run the floor.
Pass to Ware. Ware, the screen. Here's James. It's stolen. On the attack, Carter. And they pick up 2. Carter's got 4 points in the quarter.
They're winning the battle down low by imposing their will.
And James gets it to go.
Well, 6'8" and 200, who knows how many pounds, but the King, one of the most apropos nicknames in sports.
Not the tallest center in the league, he more than makes up for it with those crazy hops.
Typical foul. Second personal foul. Second team foul.
Final quarter of play, about a minute and a half off the clock. And here's Bryant outside. The rebound by the Timberwolves.
It's tough to get open in this league, and when you do, it hurts not to capitalize.
Here's Carter. Hey, in 6 attempts, he's made 5. Talk about efficiency.
They have no answer defensively inside.
Yep, that one goes.
I'll tell you, if LeBron never scored a point, he'd still be valuable to an offense. How good a pass is that?
Smith outside. And play stops. A whistle there on what looks like an illegal screen.
Rare turnover for them tonight. They've protected the ball, and they're trying to protect this lead.
So it's Los Angeles now. Here's James. Pass to Hachimura. From behind the arc. And Reed pulls it down. Here's Shannon. And he lays it up and in.
Their defense just falls apart once the ball goes inside.
Here's James. He's checked by Carter. Now here's Bryant. and you look at the different kinds of leadership, whether vocal or by example. Which do you prefer, Doris?
Well, I'm a greedy type of person, BA, so I want both. Obviously, a veteran who's been there and done that is going to hold weight with what he says. But your best players have got to also lead by example. Give me both types, BA.
Moody from outside. Rebound by the Lakers. Launches it. Bryant, no good. And here's Minnesota now. To the inside. Good ball movement here by Minnesota. There's a screen. Inside. Here's Moody. The rebound by Ware. A minute 20 left to play in the fourth.
Well, the scoreboard tells you everything you need to know about this one. A great showing here for the Timberwolves.
And it was a big-time performance across the board. They looked like they were having fun out there, Grant.
Yeah, BA, it was almost like watching a cat play with a mouse. I mean, they did pretty much anything they wanted to do out there today.
And this will get marked down as their 16th win of the year.
And having this win on the books might give them a little mental advantage the next two times these squads meet.
And one player just stole the show tonight, doing everything for his team. A monster night for Jaden McDaniels.
So impressed with his performance today. He was confident, he was composed, and the defense just didn't know how to adjust.
Back to Carter. Pass to Smith. For three. The shot comes out. And there's the whistle. Illegal screen is the call.
One of the trickier plays to judge, but it would be hard to argue against the call.
It is really difficult to get your feet completely set, to stay completely still. It's almost surprising to me that it isn't called more often.
Now here's Jackson. So we see the Timberwolves take it.
Welcome, everyone, to the Target Center in downtown Minneapolis, Minnesota. It's the home of the Timberwolves, where we're broadcasting from live today. Welcome, everybody. Glad you decided to spend your Thursday night with us here at 2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan. With me tonight, it's Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg. Allie LaForce will be bringing us updates from the sidelines. Timberwolves hoping to give a strong showing here for their home crowd.
And they're trying for their second win in as many games against these guys. They were able to exploit their advantages the first time around. They're out to prove that that was no fluke.
Exactly, and confidence so big in this league, Greg. You know that. You want to keep that upper hand against teams whenever possible. You can see they've got that look in their eyes. I mean, it's time to get busy and go to work.
This is one fans have been looking forward to, Greg, for a while now. Two major star-studded teams ready to battle.
On paper, it's a very exciting matchup, and knowing these guys are ready to exceed all expectations, we could be in for a real show here tonight.
The handles of Fox, nasty. Remarkable at carving through the defense and creating shot opportunities for himself.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
Down low, Edey with the steal. And here's Edwards from the arc. And again, Minnesota with the triple.
And early on, they've been nearly perfect from the floor. Just the one miss here on their first 5 attempts.
And it's Wembanyama with the jam.
Oh, great decision there. Get it to Wembanyama and let Victor finish as the roller.
The Timberwolves working the ball around them. Reddish's shot is good.
And the story here, Kevin, early on is how well they've shot the basketball.
Very high percentage so far, and if you want to start a game hot, that's the way to do it.
Rolling off the pick, ready to do some damage, Wembanyama.
And great with Stephon Castle winning the 2025 Rookie of the Year award. The Spurs went back-to-back in that category.
Yeah, of course, Victor Wembanyama winning that same award in 24. Just more confirmation that these Spurs are building something special.
Now, here's McDaniel. He averages more than 12 points a game. That's some dependable production.
My goodness, McDaniels gets downhill in a hurry.
Here's Fox. 8-point game.
And we talk about how Wembanyama makes the wow plays. Wow.
Edey a screen. Inside. And the dunk by Edey.
Clearly, he's one of the best there is in the business when it comes to making that lead pass.
It's time to send it over now to our reporter, Allie LaForce.
I briefly spoke with Chris Finch. Wemby came up, and Coach emphasized the importance of taking a charge and digging in when his players can. He said Wemby is counting on you to be movable. If your feet are set, you may alter his course. Don't change yours. If they can stand up to this tall task, they might just curb Wemby's advantage out there. Guys, back to you.
Great work as always, Allie. Thank you.
Watch out. Wembanyama hammering that one.
Pass to Edey. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. And great when you're dealing with this Timberwolves team fairly deep with size up front.
That can wear you down over the course of a game, and especially in a playoff series, a real strength of this team.
Now Castle. Back to Wembanyama. Right side, Fox. Shot clock at 6. Castle on the wing. And Wembanyama throws it down.
And a monster game for Wemby with the matchup issues he creates. I'm not sure anyone in this league can stop him when he's on.
Minnesota shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game. And he makes the first. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. Here's Fox. And he can be counted on to put some points on the board every night. He's averaging right around 13.5 points a game. And Wembanyama throws it down.
I'd say that's impossible, but he does this every night, folks. Victor Wembanyama.
And once again off the mark by Minnesota. From deep. Good, and it's Fox who picks up the assist. Wembanyama's got 17 now.
Coming off a big game, his confidence couldn't be higher, and Coach knows it.
Showing no signs of slowing or cooling down. They're going to ride him as far as he can.
And some good action in the books as we get back to the game that's been pretty close here so far. And let's quickly break down the game we're watching with the Timberwolves, guys.
Well, they use the fast break to generate some easy buckets before the defense could get set.
And, you know, for them guys, it's all about tempo. Keep the pressure on and do so as much as possible.
Here's Carter, and then Carter with the jam.
That's a stomach punch, guys. Turn it over and give him a free run to the bucket.
Oh, you're so right. No question who has the momentum now.
You know, those kinds of plays can be difference makers, game changers, momentum shifters, especially in a close contest where one or two possessions can impact the outcome.
Count the basket.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
Moody. Off target from outside. San Antonio trailing here. They set the pick. Here's McBride. Good on the three-point shot. McBride's got himself going there. His first points of the game in the deep ball. So, Clark, when you talk about Deuce McBride, how would you best describe his game?
An energizing presence. I mean, he brings great energy at both ends of the floor. He can knock down threes, plays with a real pace and fearlessness that injects energy into his team when he's on the floor. He's a great guy to have out there because he can really produce points in short stints of playing time.
To the inside. And then Smith with the dunk.
Oh, just solid on the one-handed slam.
And guys, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball.
Somebody you can count on. He is an extremely reliable finisher.
To the middle. Reed with the steal. Smith with it. Guarded now by Barnes. Pass to Reed. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Paul Reed. That's his first foul.
Yeah, really good defensive play to cut him off there and square up.
Excellent example of toughness and physicality on defense. Got his nose right in the middle of things and made a play.
Nobody near Barnes. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Barnes has got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. To the paint. Smith's shot is good. And the Timberwolves lead by 3.
Strong effort that time, producing the best look possible.
Pass to Smiths. The shot from the low post is good. Smiths has got 4 points in the quarter.
Great lead pass, anticipating where his man was going to be, not where he was.
Down low. A nice shot by Reed.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
Spurs trail by 3. Over in the corner, Barnes. No good with the triple.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
So Anthony Edwards, the Timberwolves franchise player. G.A., how good do you think he can be?
Well, some were ready to anoint him the new face of the league. But if they're to win the franchise's first title, there's another level he's got to reach.
Here's Edwards. And the wide open J from Edey. That's in, coming off the assist from Edwards.
You know, the defense locks so much into Edwards that it creates opportunities for others.
Oh, an aggressive move and fantastic finish.
Trying to send a message with that slam, I think.
That's exactly how you send it. 2 hands and down. That's exactly what you want to see. Your big men playing big. Strong board.
Pass to Wembanyama. Wembanyama, too easy.
Going to Wembanyama, any chance you get just makes a whole lot of sense. Victor is really on fire tonight.
Back to Edey. And there's the whistle, 3-second violation. And timeout called by Chris Finch. He's ready to talk things through with them. So coming close to 40 years of age, Mike Conley's production has slowed down, but Clark, he is still so valuable in so many ways.
And his value comes in his production, but maybe more so in the intangibles, which are really hard to measure, but they're palpable. You feel them. They make a difference. They have an impact on the team and individual young players. I mean, he's one of the best teammates and leaders in the NBA. Always plays it within himself, has great perspective and wisdom. He's just a joy to be around and a very, very good teammate and leader.
Probably a little draft in the arena tonight. He's the last guy you expect to miss the mark by that much.
Pass Duidi over Wembanyama. And once again off the mark by Minnesota.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
They set the pick. Fox goes in. And it's Fox with the jam.
Just focusing on the task at hand. That's all you can do.
Yeah, these teams trading punches right now. I mean, it's table tennis. Back and forth we go.
On the wing, Anunoby. And a close game so far through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Spurs lead by 2. And we'll be back right after halftime for the start of the 3rd quarter. We'll see you in a bit. And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. The 3, and the 3 ball is good. Anunoby's got 6.
It's obvious Anunoby has put a ton of work into his game. Now that catch and shoot, Jay, is a real weapon.
And he gets the bucket. And it's 8 points for Jaden McDaniel.
Yeah, the D has not been able to keep the ball out of the paint at that end of the floor.
Castle on the wing. Back to Anunoby. Spurs working the ball around now. A beautiful finish inside by Ant.
Posed and cool effort from Edwards inside. Not rushing himself or forcing a bad shot. Taking what's available.
Wembanyama, no good.
Hey, even guys at his skill level will miss those from time to time. But it doesn't happen often.
And he makes good on the layup. That's now 8 points for De'Aaron Fox.
Great teamwork punctuated by a strong finish.
That is the perfect fast break, guys. Getting a hoop before the defense can get set.
Reddish with the ball. And it's Vassell picking him up. And they're moving it up. And it's Fox with the jam.
How about the vertical from Fox? Throwing it down with authority. Go get it, young fella.
Here's Edey. And once again off the mark by Minnesota. And so Fox will bring it up for San Antonio. The Wizards on the road to face them after this game. That game will be a quick pit stop before hitting the road again. Pass to Edey. Edey, a screen. A shot by Reddish, no good. Spurs leading by 5. Stolen by Jackson. Now let's take a minute to talk to Allie LaForce courtside. Allie.
Hey, Kevin. De'Aaron Fox is trying to dial in as a lockdown defender, and he said, I want to be that type of guy. Go out there, guard people, and be someone that people don't want to put into action because you blow actions up. And then at the end of the day, still being able to get to work on offense. Kevin, back to you.
You love that mentality. Okay, Allie, thanks. Wembanyama. Once again off the mark by San Antonio. Here's McDaniels. And finished off by McDaniel.
McDaniels going upstairs with an athletic move.
Wembanyama, a screen. McDaniels brings the double team. Anunoby outside. Here's Wembanyama. For the lead. Here's Edwards. That doesn't go in. Had a chance, though, to take the lead. Wembanyama outside. And he commits the intentional foul.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Yeah, but that's no excuse for that kind of foul. I mean, that might be an explanation for it, but it certainly doesn't justify it. And even then, it's just not a good play.
In the third quarter with just over 3.5 minutes off the clock. To the inside. Here's Smith. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
Oh, why, dunk you very much.
He can really fly, and you combine that, Greg, with some nice penetration, too, and you've got 2 points.
A lot of bounceability there, guys. I mean, well above the rim. That's what makes him dangerous.
And so Mitch Johnson decides to call timeout. Coach is going to talk some things over with the team. Might be seeing something to adjust. 59 seconds left to play in the third. Drives to the hoop. And we have an intentional foul there, GA. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
And he sinks the second.
Even with the miss, he got the big one there to put him in front.
Edey a screen. That drive by Carter. And then Carter with the dunk. Third quarter, guys, and this has been a neck-and-neck game.
Both teams getting it done defensively, as evidenced by the 8 lead changes thus far.
He takes it in. Here's Smits. And he banks in the layup. Smits has got 5 points in the quarter. To the left side wing. Smith outside. Screen by Smith to the middle. Lays it up off the glass. Smith's got 7.
And guys, the D has to show a little more fight on the interior than they did on that trip.
Here's McBride. Barnes outside. It'll count. And at the close of the third quarter, still a close game, and both teams putting up points in a hurry. The Timberwolves on top. And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. The Timberwolves leading. Screen by Smith. Inside. And it's slammed in by Smith.
It's been like this all night for both teams. The offenses having their way.
Any lull in the action so far has been short-lived because there have been nothing but buckets in this one.
Wembanyama outside. 5 on the clock. Nailed from three-point land. Wembanyama's got it all tied up now for San Antonio. Edey gets the bucket.
The real come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
A little back and forth from long range. I love it. That's a terrific answer there.
And he gives up pounds to a lot of guys defending him, but that has never kept Fox from being in attack mode.
Despite his struggles to heat up and get going, the lead still remains intact.
And so Chris Finch calls for the timeout. He has decided it's the right time to talk. We're now joined by our sideline reporter, Allie LaForce. Allie, it's all yours.
Over that last break, I got a chance to hear what Chris Finch said to the team. Coach telling their team, this is a tight one. We need full effort defensively. 1 or 2 stops, and we will win this game. A coach preaching defense, a familiar tune.
Allie, thank you so much. And Jackson throws it down hard.
And he shows us all what the breakaway rim was invented for.
Can you believe he almost brought the whole thing down by hanging on that long?
Well, that was a great dunk, and we've got a great game here.
And the Spurs making a change here. Wembanyama off the bounce. Chalk up 2 there.
And a big man who moves like a guard. Wembanyama is an absolute terror when he slices inside.
Pass to Jackson. Now Reddish. And out of bounds as San Antonio gains possession. And we're around 2 minutes into the fourth quarter here. Now, Wembanyama. McDaniels defending. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Anthony Edwards. That'll be his second foul of the game.
Second team foul.
Outside, Anunoby. Now, Wembanyama. 6 to shoot. Castle fires. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead right there. Just under 2.5 minutes gone here in the final quarter. Now Edwards. It's tipped from close range. Now Jackson. Whoops, there's a 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over.
Look, in a game this tight, those little mistakes make a big difference.
And here's Wembanyama. He'll bring it up for San Antonio. Wembanyama fighting for it.
And how about the young fella, Wembanyama, with a big-time bucket.
Now McDaniel. A quick pass leads him right to the rack.
Save McDaniels, what a moment. Huge bucket there.
Now Castle. It's tipped. And here they come. The putback. Saves him with the putback.
That is really good work there on the offensive glass.
Outside, Fox. Wembanyama looking it over. Castle. Nice use of the glass on the finish.
A bigger guard, 6'6" Castle, can just overwhelm defenders. Impressive for his age.
107 left in the game.
Really out of the right play defensively. If you can't block, force them to the line.
Yeah, exactly. Prevent the layup, give them a little bump, and then maybe they'll think twice about coming into the lane next time. And if they don't think about it, at least they might be distracted by your presence.
And that was huge right there. Just as cool as he could be. And he's been clutch at the line there in a very tense moment.
Now Castle. Beyond the arc. Knocks down the three.
And you can't get a bigger bucket than that.
Well, that was 1-2. He wanted the ball. Nobody else was taking that shot.
From outside. And there's the three.
And that's a bounce-back three, and they're back in the lead.
The crowd has started to get nervous, but now they're just fired up. An incredible ball game going down the stretch.
It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock in game. And there's the drive. And now they decide to foul intentionally.
You know what? Smart foul. You got to try and extend the game.
Sure. It's not over. Clock is as much a problem for them as the score is right now, so they've got to try to manage it.
And the second of two is good. That gives them a 4-point cushion. Time called here. The Spurs decide to talk it over. They're trailing by 4. And let's get your take, guys. What's the strategy?
Trying to stay alive. They've got to work quickly.
Yeah, they're going to draw up a play here, I think, to get a shot right off of the inbounds pass to not waste too much time at all.
And Wembanyama off target from outside. So it's Minnesota taking the W in a close one. It was a fantastic ball game, and they did a great job making sure it didn't get away from them late.
Yeah, I mean, they faced some challenges, but really held firm when they needed to on both ends, and just effective in terms of coming away with this win.
This is Brian Anderson with Hall of Famers Grant Hill and Doris Burke. Allie LaForce, our reporter. So the Timberwolves will get the first possession. Right side, Edwards. Oh, a nice one-handed slam right there.
Well, making it look very easy. Right at the rim, McDaniels with the finish.
Without a doubt, Ant-Man is one of the most entertaining players in the league, Doris.
You cannot take your eyes off Anthony Edwards when he's playing in a basketball game. The skill set is electric, but beyond that, he's got a 1,000-watt smile, and he understands this is an entertainment medium. Yeah, don't be fooled by the height, guys. Brunson is a terrific finisher inside.
And Mikal Bridges picks up the foul. That's his first foul. Here's Edwards, a dependable player on offense, giving them over 13 a game. Edey. Good. The assist goes to Edwards.
Boy, drawing the defense's attention, Edwards pays it forward. Nice work on the pass.
Oh, it's blocked. It deflects off the backboard. Banked it in off the glass.
Transition basketball, the most reliable way to generate easy looks.
The very definition of quality transition offense. If it can end at the cup, it's exactly where you want it.
Yep, that one goes.
Well, they were looking for a fast start, and they have been perfect from the tip.
Pass to Harper. Here's Towns. New York working the ball around now. Shot clock at 6. Here's Harper. Back to Towns. Over Edey. New York, no good that time either.
Well, that's surprising. This guy is a good mid-range shooter, just can't get it to go.
Lets it go from deep. Knocks it loose.
Just their first miss of the night. They've been aggressive, and they've been proficient.
McDaniels with it, and Bridges picks him up defensively. Pass to Jackson. Outside McDaniels. Knocks down the triple. McDaniels got his third basket of the night.
Their ball movement on this run has been tremendous. It's led to a lot of good, clean, open looks.
Well, just tremendous persistence from Karl Anthony Towns. Even under duress, the ability to stay focused.
Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Hey, guys. The Timberwolves have elite shot creation, but it's finding that balance. Anthony Edwards said, "I'm wired to score the ball. I'm going to showcase my game, so it's hard to find that balance of when to pass and when to keep it and try to get going. Sometimes I feel like the right play is me." Guys, back to you.
Fills it up with the best. Okay, Allie, good stuff.
And getting where he wants to go, Harper's drive can be so sudden.
One of the most exciting teams in the league, Doris, the New York Knicks.
BA, there's a saying that the NBA is better when the New York Knicks are in the house and they are good. How about the resurgence over the last 5 years? They want to win now, and that rabid fan base is eating up all this success.
And I like that Harper isn't a one-dimensional jump shooter. He can do it with a catch and shoot like that or off the dribble.
The Knicks making a switch here. Outside Edwards. Back to Daniels. Oh, and a beautiful feed leads to a monster jam.
And early on, they've been on a 10. Just getting whatever they want offensively.
Well, what I love is the game plan has been solid from the opening tip. And guys are making their shots. That's critical.
Really left him alone that time. Edey's got his second bucket on the night.
They're getting torched on the perimeter. 4 of the last 5 buckets have been threes.
Edey with a steal. Reddish with it, and Bridges picks him up defensively. Pass to McDaniels. Kicks it out to Jackson. It's Edwards on the wing. Back to Reddish. Just 4 to shoot. And the foul called on Cam Reddish. That's his first foul.
And great job to establish position and square up.
Knicks trail by 13. Shot clock and game clock. 1 second differential. Screen by Bridges. For 3. Yes, and a nice assist from Brunson.
Well, in catch-and-shoot opportunities, you've got to have good feet and pre-shot preparation. Mikal Bridges, yes, sir.
There's Jackson with the three. And again, it's Minnesota with a three.
Their ability to space the floor has been the story of this game.
And what surprises me is the defense hasn't done anything to take away that three-point shot. That has been their preferred weapon tonight.
And so it's Minnesota in a good...
Minnesota, 25.
And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for Minnesota.
Yeah, they're just attacking on defense, getting those hands out and knocking the ball free. I really like their energy defensively.
Yeah, they've also been alert and active on the defensive end, creating turnovers and turning those into points on the offensive end.
To the wing, right side. Ooh, stolen by Smith. Robinson on the wing. Smith outside. Down low. Fast break, Minnesota. Back to Moody. Moses Moody up strong for the jam.
And that's what happens when you don't take care of the ball.
Hey, that makes the turnover hurt even more.
At the end of the day, though, it's 2 points. Don't hang your heads. Let's get refocused and play with more patience.
Back to Moody. On the attack, Carter. And he buries his first look. Well, Doris, one of the highest compliments you'll hear about ball handlers is saying you can't speed them up.
That's exactly right, B.A., because pressure against the best players doesn't bother them. In fact, the greatest players want more than one defender because then they know that puts their team at an advantage if they can make great decisions.
Minnesota leading by 13. Here's Shannon. Off target from outside. Here's Robinson. And a big finish by Robinson.
Mitchell Robinson knows who he is. A vertical spacer. What a pretty dunk.
Carter, good.
For a guy who's known for his perimeter shooting, that is a great look.
Now Ingles. It's tipped. And now the T-Wolves on the break. Picked it out of midair. Out on his own on the break. And a big finish by Robinson.
Well, Mitchell Robinson flat out working other players in the fast break. Sprint the floor, make it happen.
To the paint. Oh, got a piece of it. Smith into the lane. Carter, good.
This defense is getting spaced out. 3 of the last 5 buckets have come from way beyond the arc.
Well, Grant, we've heard Anthony Edwards talk about trusting his teammates. He understands you need everybody.
Yeah, a lot falls on his shoulders offensively with this team, B.A. So those playmaking decisions in the moment, a lot easier said than done.
Boy, he couldn't have asked for a better look. That's tough to take.
Pass to Robinson. He's got it. 4 for 4 now. He's automatic.
He's finally leaving that dismal first quarter behind him. Took him a while to get going.
Here's Carter. Oh, and makes it with the kiss. Carter's got 10 points now, just in this quarter.
This guy has absolutely owned this quarter. This is how you lead by example.
And so Mike Brown decides to call a timeout. Coach probably just checking to make sure everybody's on the same page here. A minute 31 left in the second period. Brunson with it. They look to him to score consistently, averaging around 13.5 a game. Towns for 3.
And he probably thought he was going to bury that one.
Good ball movement here by Minnesota. Pass to Edwards. Edwards attacking. And Edwards slams it in.
This guy, one of the best athletes in the league. Anthony Edwards knows how to use that to his advantage, folks.
Towns, right side. And Edey with a block. Outside McDaniels. And the foul on Josh Hart. That's his first foul of the game.
First team foul.
Left side Reddish. To the inside. Edey. And it's good. Off the back of the rim and in. Edey's got 7 points in the game.
And once more this half, they find a way to get great position inside.
Inside to the middle. Hit his foot. It's being called a kick ball. "15 seconds left in the first half. Shot's good by Hart.
Yeah, Josh Hart starting to show people, I can knock down a three-point shot. You better guard me.
Edwards for three. He can't get that one to fall. And so Mike Brown decides to call a timeout. Coach taking this moment to speak to his guys, maybe alter some of the game plan. Poke loose. Out of bounds. Knicks ball as New York keeps possession.
Extremely fortunate they didn't lose the ball there.
And that concludes the first half. It's Minnesota leading by 14. And join us right back here after the break for the start of the second half. And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the rout that it's threatening to be. Here's Harper. Outside Hart. 5 on the clock. Pass to Towns. And they'll turn it over. Couldn't get the shot off. A shot clock violation.
Minnesota ball.
Minnesota with the ball. 17 points was their biggest margin. They'll face the Jazz after this game. That'll be at home. It'll be a quick stopover at home before they have to get back out on the road.
You see the work Anthony Edwards has put in on his decision-making. That's a pretty setup.
Well, we know he can shoot it, Doris, but Karl Anthony Towns is most effective when he's also working in the paint.
B.A., he has such an effective arsenal offensively that he's most effective when he's getting to each of those aspects. So, you have back-to-the-basket skills, no doubt. If there's a mismatch, go at the mismatch. But he is also so effective as a driver. Straight line, with intent, and efficient off the bounce. He can also hit a mid-range. There is nothing he can't do on the offensive end.
Towns outside. Oh, it's Towns with the finish.
Wow, the size and speed of Towns, a natural-born highlight reel.
Well, yes, the older generation about load management. They'll bend your ear about back in the day, Grant.
Oh, yes, we will. But it's true that today's players average more distance covered per game, even if they're not walking uphill both ways. So you got to take that into account.
And it's Edey missing. Knicks trail by 15. To the paint. There's the steal. Pass to Jackson. And the dunk by Jackson.
It's like he's doing pull-ups on the rim.
Looked like a schoolyard playground right there. Here's Harper. Towns outside. 6 to shoot. Jacks up a 3. And Hart is good for 3. Hart got 6.
Well, you see teams concede the 3 to Josh Hart at times. This guy's growing more and more confident.
Inside, Edey. And the dunk by Edey.
And just shredding apart the defense with his passing. He's helping to pace this offense so well.
And I think they count on him for that. He is a tone setter, extremely unselfish.
Down low. Kicks it out, Towns. New York needs to get off the shot here. Stolen by Jackson. And now the T-Wolves on the break. And the finish on the break with the slam.
And I think that play tells you everything you need to know. They're simply playing at a higher level, getting a steal and turning it into quick points.
2 minutes.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
Thanks a lot, guys. Karl Anthony Towns is taking his rebounding to a new level in New York. He said, I didn't put all this muscle on for no reason. I'm going to keep playing physical, keep playing my game, and I'll keep demanding attention from every defense and then let the game play out. Guys, back to you.
Timeout.
Physical. Allie, thanks very much for the report. And Minnesota with some changes. And so Mike Brown decides to call a timeout. A moment to rest and confer on the game plan. The Knicks making a switch here. And so it's Carter who brings up the ball for the Timberwolves. 18 points separating these teams. That's the biggest lead of the game. And after some uncertainty, the Timberwolves moving forward under new governorship.
Boy, B.A., that sale process was long and obviously at times quite contentious. I believe the organization has to be thrilled that that is finally in the past, because what you want to do is focus on trying to continue the Wolves' recent run of success. There's a lot to be excited about with this young group.
Pass to Robinson. And a big finish by Robinson.
The value of good ball movement isn't lost on this squad.
36.
On the attack, Carter. And it's slammed in by Carter.
Wow. I'll tell you, such an advantage having a playmaker who can get up to the rim and finish.
Now that is what every team wants.
Oh, you love it. Fearless, aggressive, leaving no doubt whatsoever.
There's 49 seconds left in the third quarter. The putback. It's hauled in by Robinson. Knicks trail by 20. And here's Brunson. Up and over Carter. Can't cash it in from the high post. Smith outside. Pass to Carter. Now here's Moody. Back to Carter. It's stolen by Hart. Fast break. Here comes New York. Bridges with room to shoot. Gets a very good look and converts. Bridges has got his second basket of the night.
Great job by Bridges. Get out in front of the defense. Get in transition.
And trust me, when the D's slow to react, he'll be the first guy to make them pay.
And that's typical of this guy. He's always reading the situation, reacting quickly and capitalizing.
And so it's Minnesota ending
The Timberwolves, 58.
And there have been two very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. The Timberwolves lead by 20. Carter inside. And with the introduction of the NBA Cup, the regular season schedule is more packed than ever.
You know what, B.A.? Many constituents in this game believe the regular season schedule should top out at 72 games. This is something the commissioner broached back when he introduced the Cup. Not necessarily 72, just that there could be a reduction. But there's too much money at stake. I don't believe this will ever happen.
Woo! When you finish like that, you deserve to brag.
Impressive, no question.
How about that from your point guard, gentlemen? Playing big at the rim, okay.
Carter, good.
He's getting it done offensively, making winning plays at every turn.
Good ball movement here by Minnesota. Pass to Reed. Good work defensively by Towns. And here's Brunson. Here's Harper. Back to Brunson. Now here's Towns. Clock at 6. Driving in. Outside Hart. New York again, can't hit.
And that closeout certainly made a difference.
Well, no question. He altered that shot, and most of the time, that's just as good as blocking it.
And here's Brunson from the arc. Counted from distance. Brunson's got 6 in the quarter.
And you can't forget to guard these corner spots, or guys like Brunson will hurt you.
Moody from outside. Nails it from beyond the arc. And a look at how the hustle game has been going for the Timberwolves.
Their defensive intensity has served them well. It kept the offense scrambling and resulted in several steals.
I think it's also important we have to acknowledge how many scoring opportunities they've created from their spectacular defense, getting a bunch of points off turnovers.
Just over 2.5 minutes played now. Final quarter of regulation. Pass to Harper. And with the cap, many teams looking for cheap young players to fill the bench. How does that affect the mid-level vets?
Again, BA, I go back to how difficult roster construction and sustaining a quality roster are. The mention of youth here is about, listen, you have to hope your draft choices work out well, and you have to hope your young players develop quickly because they are on team-friendly contracts.
Brunson misses. The Timberwolves lead by 21. From behind the arc. Hart pulls it in.
Well, despite the miss, obviously the shot this offense looking to generate is exactly that.
Towns outside. Pass to Brunson. Back to Bridges. To the right side. Over to the wing. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Harper. Yes, and a nice assist from Brunson.
It looks like it'll be a big win for them here. Time to just cruise to the end of the game and chalk up the victory for the Timberwolves.
One area where they set themselves apart today, their aggressiveness in getting steals.
It really hindered their opponent all game long. And, of course, it helped spark their own offense.
And a good performance to bring them their 18th win of the year.
And they meet just twice, so taking the first meeting means a lot to this team.
Brunson way outside. And they forced the shot clock violation. Great D.
Substitution on the court.
Oh, they get a hand on it. And stolen by Bridges. Here's Towns. And Towns slams it home.
Well, there's Mikal Bridges making a defensive play that turns into great offense for his team.
And the dunk by Edey.
Got to give them respect. They're doing everything they can to close this out.
Well, just terrific teamwork. Each guy doing his part. You love what you're seeing from them tonight.
And the foul on Josh Hart. That'll be a second foul of the game.
And let's face it, they won't get back in the game with fouls like that.
Now here's Jackson.
That was a good call. The defense wasn't established.
Anthony Towns. Second personal foul.
And he drops the first.
Edey.
And so he's able to get one of two. So we see the Timberwolves taking the W here. A statement road victory. So impressive.
Statement indeed, BA. It was in enemy territory, but they controlled the game and took the crowd completely out of it. That's how you win on the road.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now.